One of the great Greek philosophers, Plato, once said, "Conquering yourself is one of the greatest forms of victory there is." And the reason why he said that is because the only thing that's keeping you from living up to your potential is you. It's your own bad habits, it's your own weaknesses, it's your own failure to learn from your mistakes that is keeping you from your best life. So in order to change your life, you need to conquer yourself first. Like I always say, if there are no enemies within, then the enemies without can't do you no harm. It's very important to master yourself first. If you can't manage yourself, you will continue to be a slave of your circumstances. For example, if you can't manage your money, you will continue to be a slave of banks or abomashonis. If you can't manage your temptations, then you will continue, losing people who really care about you because you can't control your lust. So self-discipline is one of the key ingredients in the recipe of success. I've never met anyone who has ever achieved greatness without being self-disciplined. Self-discipline relates to you committing to your goals and seeing them to fruition, until you finish, instead of being distracted easily. Self-discipline is about getting up at 5 a.m. even if it's raining, but because you have a critical practice session that you must do, you wake up, you get up. Self-discipline is about sticking to your diet. It's about going to the gym even if you're not feeling like it. You can't change the world, you can't influence the world, you can't impact the world until you impact yourself. Let me say that again. You can't impact the world until you impact yourself by how you think, by how you manage everything that is keeping you back from being your best. So before you start helping others, before you start going out there to try and influence the world, influence yourself first. Deal with your mindset, deal with your limitations, deal with your own self-limiting beliefs, deal with your own weaknesses, your own bad habits first. And the nice thing about self-discipline, it empowers you to be strong. It empowers you to start enjoying your life. Someone once said, if you pay now, you will have a lot of time to play later. But if you play now, rest assured, you will definitely pay later. Self-discipline has a negative connotation, unfortunately, because most people look at it as something that is restrictive, something that is limiting. But then they miss out on the power of self-discipline, because in the long run, self-discipline is going to free you from some of the chains that continue to bind people for the rest of your life. If I were to use the example of money once more, if you practice discipline as it relates to your finances, you will experience financial freedom, in the long run, because you are investing now instead of focusing on liabilities. You are spending your money on accumulating some assets. In the long run, you will be free from the chain of the rat race. You'll be free from the whole cycle of living from hand to mouth, because you are paying now, you are applying self-discipline. So it's not a bad thing. Self-discipline actually is better than non-discipline, because non-discipline may be convenient now, it may be pleasant now, but it will definitely cost you in the long run.